I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. Highs that are slightly warmer than normal, right around 80. Expected once again for tomorrow. Non-severe thunderstorms could make it to northern Kansas tonight with an area of low pressure tracking across the southern plains. Scattered thunderstorms develop near a warm front along the front range of the Rockies tomorrow afternoon. Those thunderstorms gradually tracking to the east late tomorrow through the overnight. The main severe threat for tomorrow is over the panhandle to eastern Colorado with a slight risk of level 2 of 5. Thunderstorms redevelop Thursday afternoon and evening, and as a cold front tracks to the southeast Thursday night, the severe weather threat is low with a marginal risk of level 1 of 5 over southwest Nebraska to western Kansas. A greater concern is localized heavy rain amounts of 2 to 3 inches. A few of those thunderstorms may linger into Friday. Daytime highs in the 70s are likely for Thursday and Friday before a warm-up to highs in the upper 70s to the 80s over the weekend, even highs close to 90 over northwest Kansas on Sunday. Occasional thunderstorms are possible with some passing disturbances over the weekend. Some of those storms could be severe. A ridge of high pressure in the middle of next week could lead to multiple days of highs in the 90s. That warmer trend is reflected in the long-term forecast. Warmer than normal temperatures are likely Sunday through June 10th for Nebraska, Kansas, and the western two-thirds of the U.S. During early June in central Nebraska, daytime highs are typically around 80 with average overnight lows in the mid to upper 50s. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall expected to be mostly near normal the early half of next week before a trend of slightly below normal rainfall the middle of next week through June 10th. Key weather factors impacting the markets include heavy rain, flooding, and severe weather in the U.S., wet weather continuing in Western Europe while it stays mostly dry in the Black Sea region. A slow-moving storm moves inland along the Pacific coast before it stalls over central Canada. Rain and thunderstorms continue for several days along the storm's trailing cold front, with 5-day rainfall reaching 1 to 3 inches or more from the plains into the Mississippi Valley. Much higher amounts of at least 5 inches may occur in parts of the south central U.S. Across the central and southern plains, the chance of rain pretty much every day through at least June 3rd is a benefit to drier areas, but it could cause damage or flooding in some other areas. Towards the Midwest, the recurrence of widespread rainfall by late this week continues the threat for late planting, while some flooded areas may not even be replanted. For southern Brazil, there was helpful scattered rain over the weekend for the second crop corn areas. Dry weather this week helps the flooded areas in far southern Brazil to recover from the catastrophic flooding, even though it is likely to take some time. Towards Argentina, cold and dry conditions produced widespread frost over the weekend, which is unfavorable for wheat planting but favors the corn and soybean harvest. In Europe, scattered rain over west and central areas this past weekend continues over much of the continent the next few days, possibly into next week. France and Germany continue to be overly wet, while rain elsewhere is favorable for summer crops. The Black Sea region staying overly dry, which may make it too late for a lot of the wheat crop to recover, but a few showers this week would be helpful for summer crops. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.